Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody. My name is Bahzad.
My name is Risa.
And we are here from Naked and Famous Denim, and we are here to celebrate Naked and Famous Denim Day, which is every Friday right here on YouTube for the weekly Naked and Famous Denim live stream, the greatest live stream in the history of the internet. And we're here to talk about all things denim related, denim related, denim related, denim related, and only denim related. No off topics, no rants, no none of that. No nonsense, no shenanigans. Isn't that right, Risa?
Mm-hmm. No rants about denim either?
Rants about denim.
Okay.
That's it. So that was as far off topic as we're going to get today on this live stream. Let's check in with the chat to see where you guys are checking in from. We are broadcasting live from Yokohama, Japan. I want to address this one first because Pharmacus says, Woot, hello from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. Good to see you, my friend. It's MIJ 13 Day. You wrote Heritage Jacket not in small from Tate Yoko when I logged in 8 minutes after 11. I was sad, but I did nab a pair of the jeans. Well, that's great. It is also MIJ 13 Day. And we have Tony Hawk here in the live stream. I think it's the Tony Hawk.
Oh, wow.
Woohoo. This is the first time I have tuned in live. Well, I'm glad. Let us know where you're tuning in live from, Tony Hawk. I'm a big fan of your video games. I play them. That's really the only game I play these days. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. And 1 and 2. That's it. I don't play anything else. And I haven't touched that in weeks, but it's a good game. And he says from NDG Montreal. So it is definitely the real Tony Hawk from Notre Dame de Grâce in Montreal. Our original hometown in Montreal. We used to live out there by the Marché Achavan. Yeah, really great. A nice Iranian grocery store on Sherbrooke there. All right, let's see. We have Ian M. Howdy, everyone tuning in from NC Mountains. North Carolina mountains, that's what I'm assuming. Elijah, hello from Phoenix. Good to see you. Colin Cronenberg writes, rants about taxes. Not on this live stream, unless you get me really riled up.
Oh, you're getting me nervous. I haven't filed my taxes yet.
We do everything. We do all the stuff we're supposed to do.
Well, of course. It's not deadline. Yeah. Coming up.
Tony Hawk writes, no, this is not the real Tony Hawk. That's exactly what Tony Hawk would say. Mm-hmm. Right. We know it's you. We know we attract all the biggest celebrities in the world to this live stream. Tony Hawk, Bradley Pitts, I don't know. I've seen President Obama in here before, so.
Really?
Probably.
Oh.
I mean, he can't say, Secret Service and stuff. But everyone, this is, as we said before, this is the greatest live stream in the history of live streaming on the internet. So, of course, everyone here is tuned in. Chris Griffin writes, I'm a tax preparer. Please no talk about taxes. I get enough of that on my 9 to 5. All right, that's it. We'll never talk about taxes again. Patrick Sanchez tuning in from good old Mississauga, Ontario. I got an MIJ 13 Heritage jacket, and shout out to the team at Tate and Yoko. Well, Patrick Sanchez, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it in the 905, another hometown of mine. Christopher Collin, hello from San Francisco, California. Very nice place to be. Nice weather, and the setting for the most famous show that ever took place in San Francisco, Full House. Arnand Singh writes, greetings from Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome.
Wow.
Great. Speaking of good weather, that's you got some good weather out there. That's for sure. Oliver at Vitali writes, do you have any updates on how the Elviras are coming along? They are my favorite pair ever. And Vitali writes, they are fading nicely. Well, I'd like to see some photos of those on the Instagram at some point. Please tag us. Chief Miggy writes, wearing my Blue Owl 15th anniversary Naked and Famous jeans. Great choice there as well. We've got some other special Blue Owl projects coming out this year. I can't talk about them yet. I'm going to let Blue Owl do the talking for that. I just don't know how much they've, how much of the beans they've spilt to the world. Mm-hmm. Do you spill the beans or do you spill the tea?
Beans.
Is that a thing? Did I just make that up?
No, you always
spill the beans. Do you also spill the tea? What's this tea talk I hear about these days?
Spill the tea.
Am I making?
Is it the same thing? I don't know. Don't ask me.
Let us know
questions.
in the chat. Let us know. Okay. Tony Hawk writes he's wearing his backbreaker denim from the Batman collection. Very good. Chief Miggy writes,
for a skater.
It is a great pair for a skater. A pro skater.
Yeah. Yeah, it's stretch and the heavyweight.
Right. Mm-hmm. Arnand Singh writes, Trini to da bone. That's it. Shout outs to all my Trinidadian friends out there.
Oh, okay. Spill the tea means to gossip.
I see.
Okay. Yeah. Spill the beans is to mean secret.
Secret. In gossip. Okay, I got it.
Different things, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, understood. Jeremy Didson writes, tea is the same thing, but for the young folks. Spilling tea means to gossip. All right, everyone's... See, this is what I love about the collective mind of the internet. Pharmacist writes, spill the tea from RuPaul Drag Race. I always thought that show was a race, like The Amazing Race, but with drag queens.
What is it?
It's not. It's like a fashion show. Fashion show at work. I think it's a fashion show. Like they have a contest, like, they dress up. But I thought it would be really interesting if it was The Amazing Race, but with drag queens.
Misleading.
That's guys, give me a call. I got a good idea for a show. Okay. Our POW writes, tea is a drink where I come from. It's a tea is a drink where we all come from. Mm-hmm. I think everybody's got the tea. Okay. The Raven writes, when I was a kid, I thought it had to do with pilots and airplanes. Yeah, RuPaul's Drag Race. Maybe like drag racing, like, like at the track.
I don't know.
Drag race. That would be an interesting show if it was like RuPaul and then just like drag racers. Has nothing to do with drag queens except RuPaul. And then RuPaul is at the track,
Mm-hmm. Okay. And where did the airplane come from?
I think there's something drag, I don't know, like the way the airplane flies, maybe if it slows down or something. I don't know. I don't know a lot of things. I know a lot about denim, but not a lot about other things.
We learned a lot today.
Yeah.
We already learned new language today.
That's it. Okay. Back now, since we clearly didn't go off topic there for a second, let's go back to the denim-related questions. John Carlo Ruiz writes, will there be a restock of the Chinese New Year denim? The answer is yes, but it may not be the answer you're looking for. The Chinese New Year denim will be restocked next year for next year's Chinese New Year denim release.
Year of the Snake.
That's right. So we're working on that right now. Let me see. Chinese New Year denim. Let's go over to tateandyoko.com. Ooh. Inventory is very limited. As you can see, not much here. Let's check over at New York City.
Which is also a great place to look for MIJ13 if you missed out on the size.
Right. Okay, so we'll cover those two things. So Chinese New Year, this is an annual release for us. Once they're sold out, and then it's a recurring style. So we will
the same fabric every year, same jean. It's just a different
leather patch. So we update the leather patch every year. That said, if say next year isn't your year and you would prefer the dragon, we may have extra leather patches hanging around. So we can do a patch swap for you. So that may be possible. But yeah, if you missed out on the dragons this year, you'll have to wait until next year, or better yet, check out. You may not have to miss out on it at all. You can check out one of our retail partners. They may have them in stock still. You know, Tate Yoko, obviously a lot of people know about it because we have, I think, a pretty strong online presence. But a lot of our retail partners may not have that same presence that we do. So what we try to do with every product release, if you go, I know we have a lot of different websites, but if you go to nakedandfamousdenim.com, hit the news button. It's going to take you right here, and then it brings you down to the blog post. And every product we release, there's a blog post for it. And if you click on that blog post, not only do you get to see all the wonderful photos, and the video is always linked there, but we always have a list of the retailers where you can find every product as well as which fits they are carrying. So if you're looking for something, look through this list. You may find a retailer locally even that has what you're looking for. So be sure to check through that. If you're having a tough time finding a style that may be sold out one place, this is the way you're going to find it, maybe somewhere else. So please be sure to check that. And speaking of checking websites, as Risa mentioned, the MIJ 13 came out today, but you know, a lot of people know Tate and Yoko, but some people may not realize that Naked and Famous Denim NYC, I know a lot of websites, Naked and Famous Denim NYC has its own store, and this is the inventory that we have in the physical store in New York City. So they have a different set of inventory than Tate and Yoko, so their availability varies from ours as well. So if you're missing a size, like we have more jacket availability here in New York than we do at Tate and Yoko, so you may be able to find it there. You know, some people may have went to Tate and Yoko, saw that some sizes were sold out, and you know, thought that might have been that. But again, you can check Tate and Yoko, Naked Famous Denim NYC. You can go head over to nakedandfamousdenim.com, hit the news section, and find the blog post for the style you're looking for. And we have a retailer availability here as well. So be sure to go through this. It lets you know which retailers have what. Maybe, and sometimes some retailers don't put things up, you know, at the same time. You can. It doesn't look like Left Hand Twill Sky Blue Edition's up on Gerhard already, but I don't see the MIJ 13s just yet. So you may have a chance to pick something up there if you can't find it somewhere else. So just keep all that in mind.
Mm-hmm. Just also note that Naked and Famous Denim NYC.com does not ship internationally at this time. So if you're in the States, you can shop from there. If you're not, and you couldn't find your stuff on Tate and Yoko, you are better off going to the news section and seeing who carries the item.
Right. Okay, so hopefully everybody got that. And if you have any questions, we're here for you. Okay. Chief Miggy writes, Bahzad and Risa, for the double heavyweight Wonder Looper tee, can you hang dry them or lay flat to dry?
You can hang dry them.
Yep. I put everything in the dryer. Mm-hmm. If you're okay with dryer will ultimately... And if the dryer does what the dryer does. If you're comfortable with what the dryer does to your clothes...
Or can do to
your clothes. Then...
I mean, from personal experience, double heavyweight tees do not shrink at all.
No.
In the dryer also. But I also don't put anything in like hot temperature either. Right. So...
And if
do it at your own risk. And also dryer does like, you know, do more damage to the clothes, not just shrinking, but like just overall
like abrasion and that.
Yeah. So you do it at your own risk. Our recommendation is always lay flat or hang to dry, but you know, it's fine whatever you do.
Right. So what happens with t-shirts or with any of your garments that go into the dryer? Of course, they're being tumbled around, so there's abrasion going on the outside of the fabric. If you want to preserve the outside of the fabric a little bit better, you flip your garment inside out and let that abrasion happen on the inside. That way the outside looks...
Putting in like a laundry net also helps too.
Right. So there's a lot of tips in that realm. The dryer does what the dryer does.
But sometimes you can't always hang dry everything.
Right.
Lay flat to dry.
Right. Not every climate is a hang dry friendly climate.
Right.
Right. There's some places where it's too cold. There's some places where it's too humid. Some things just won't dry out there. So, anyways, in Japan, the washroom usually has a dryer function. People hang up their stuff in the shower. Yeah. Okay. Chief Miggy writes, I picked up a pair of the 10th anniversary jeans. Definitely my favorite pair. Just didn't come with the pocket flasher. Oh, okay. That could happen sometimes. Maybe a pocket flasher gets wrecked, and sometimes it's better for us to deliver it without a pocket flasher than a wrecked one. Right. So sorry about that one, but I hope the jeans are holding up just fine. Okay. Tony Hawk writes, would love a pomegranate. I would love a pomegranate to come in the Easy Guy. I always bring it up. I think at some point we'll have to do the pomegranate denim again. I think we've only ever done that once. Yeah. It's a great dye and a great juice.
It's a great dye.
It's both of those
It's
things.
a great fruit.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fruit fan would appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like a not a everybody color, I think.
Right. It is a red jean if we do it on the warp. On the weft would be kind of neat.
That's true. We should do that because the one that we did was on the warp, right?
Right.
On
Yeah,
the
it was a warp.
outside. And then weft was white or something like that.
Yeah, it was a red pomegranate warp, white weft denim.
Yeah, maybe a pomegranate weft would be nice. Indigo warp.
I remember back in my hipster days, red jeans.
That shade of like purpley red also was acceptable. Not that it's not acceptable anymore.
Yeah.
It was a lot more popular back then. I feel
like red jeans, a white T-shirt, skinny suspenders.
Suspenders.
Yeah, you had to have suspenders. Some kind of hat, probably a fedora, and or a vest, just like a black kind of like vest. Man, I looked so good, guys. It's me, BK writes, are you guys surprised at how popular the True Guy fit has been? I'm not surprised.
Yeah, we kind of saw that coming.
Yeah.
But the problem with planning ahead, especially with MIJ, is that you're so True Guy sold out first.
Right.
It was because we planned this a while ago and we didn't really we didn't want to put all of our eggs in one basket basically. Yeah. We just wanted to kind of, gradually
introduce it.
Yeah.
So we'll have some more True Guy MIJs down the line, but overall I'm not surprised. I saw this coming, which is why we made it. It actually, I wanted it to come out way earlier than it had been released, but anyways, sometimes things take time. But yeah, True Guy has been a very big it's been a very big seller for us. This year, this quarter, so January, March ends the first quarter of the year. True Guy makes up 5 of the top 10 selling jeans of the year. I think number 1 selling jean of the year so far is the Frankenstein denim. I'd have to double check that. Maybe I'll next week I'll do a list of the top 10 jeans of the season so far. Hold on, I might be able to pull that up right meow. I can do that. Just keep them busy with the chat. Okay.
Do you have an idea when the Hemp Denim will be available? Hemp. Oh, hemp. Hemp would come in maybe closer to the end of the season. I think maybe right now it's end of February, so maybe like early April.
Yeah,
something
something like that.
Yeah. Hemp denim will be very limited, and also they will be limited in larger sizes. Just had some sizing, accidents. But so yeah, we'll make an announcement. I personally really like that fabric. It's got such a great character. The color is great. It's got like really green casty vibe, and the texture is just, it's 100% hemp. So it's got like really linenly character.
Yeah,
it's awesome denim. But yeah, it's.
We had a bit of a hiccup with it. It had a weird shrinkage rate. And so you guys, when it was raw, it was very rigid. And then after rinse, it became really, really soft. So that was a jean that we did a rinse wash on. But the shrinkage rate was a little bit higher than we had calculated. So some of the bigger sizes, basically after the production came out, we had to like re-tag them to make sure that the sizes were consistent with like the sizes that we are in tolerance of. So some of the bigger sizes will be fewer, and some of the really bigger sizes may not be available at all. So there was, yeah. So anyway, all the news for the hemp denim will be coming soon. But yeah, if you're a bigger guy, sizing may be limited. Okay, let's talk about the best sellers of the year so far. Hold on, I'm going to do a little quick check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to go top 11 or 12. So there's a couple of things in the top 10. The number one selling jean of the year so far. Who wants to make a guess? I'll give the chat 10 seconds to make a guess here. And we'll see if anyone gets it right. Top selling jean. This actually shouldn't come as a surprise because we talked about this one quite a lot this year. And we talked about it earlier in the stream as well. Tuxedo has got it right. It's the year of the dragon. Pharmacist also right, New Year. Yeah, Chinese New Year dragon in the True Guys, the number one selling jean of the year on Tate and Yoko. And it's actually followed up by something a little bit different, maybe something you may not expect. But I think because I had this one on promo, so people jumped on this one a lot. It's the True Guy Midnight Slub Stretch Selvedge. So that's the number two selling jean of the year. So both True Guys, number one and number two, are True Guys. Number three, taking the number three spot real fast, the MIJ13 Weird Guy. And that's only been out for less than a day. So that's taken the number three spot in the top selling jeans. And then Easy Guy, Chinese New Year, so another Chinese New Year. And then True Guy, Undyed Frankenstein Denim. So a lot of True Guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 of the top 5 are True Guy this year. So very, very strong seller for us. Yeah. When you actually go down a little bit more, it's a little bit more dominated by the Weird Guys, but
and Super Guy too.
And there's a couple of Super Guys, but there's a Super Guy Bluegrass that was on promo, so that one.
Right, but Chinese New
Year's on there as well. Yeah, so it's still a decent mixed bag. Super Guy's still up there.
Super Guy sold more in Chinese New Year fabric than Weird Guy.
Maybe. You know why I think part of that is because distribution of Super Guy has been limited a little bit. So like Tate, that's the kind of the thing that you have to on our end that we have to analyze with Tate and Yoko sales is that not everybody carries everything. So the people who want that are kind of funneled to us.
Yeah. But I also think, that too. But also we always carry Super Guy at Tate and Yoko, and the other fabric also, it's a little bit limited with the distribution of Super Guy just across the board. But I think Super Guy, well, Chinese New Year fabric also had, like, you know, more appeal to, the cultures that are tend to be slimmer. I think that's kind of part of it.
That too, yeah. So there's a lot that we definitely have to take into consideration. Another reason why Year of the Dragon sold so well is because I think there are a lot of dragons out there.
Mm-hmm. And also, dragon is such a cool, like, the only animal in that zodiac that is, like, not real.
Yeah. Is that true?
I think so, yeah. Every animal is actual animals.
Interesting. How come every culture has dragons in them? Were they real?
At some point.
Were the dragons real? Because every culture has got a dragon.
But dragon in, like, Chinese culture or, like, the Asian culture is, like, more like a snake.
Yeah.
Whereas dragon in, like, Western culture are more like dinosaur, flying dinosaur.
Yeah. But maybe they just evolved. And then we slayed all the dragons. Is that what happened? We're going to need a historiologicalist in the chat to let us know. But yeah. How did the MIJ weird guy outsell the true guy? There are still more weird guy.
Because we had more weird guy, just simply because. Weird guy is also still very popular.
Yeah. I think I did an analytic for a customer the other day because they were just trying to decide, like, which fits. It was a new store we were working with, and they were trying to decide which fits that they should cater to. And, like, they were thinking, oh, strong guy. Like, everyone wants, like, a, you know, wide legs are trendy, and, you know, maybe, and I'm like, yeah, wide legs are trendy, and, like, we sell them okay. And, like, they certainly are on the uptick. But that's versus, like, when there was almost no interest for that. So, of course, it's on the uptick, but just in terms of its sales, weird guy outperforms strong guy, like, 10 to 1. Mm-hmm. Whereas weird guy outperforms true guy 2 to 1. Right? Weird guy is still our number one selling fit. Like, it's not a skinny jean. It is a regular fit tapered leg denim. The leg opening isn't too tight. It's not too wide. True guy is just a little bit wider, right? They're in many ways they're very similar fits.
Especially if you hem the weird guy, it gets more similar to true guy.
Right. So the appeal for maybe the true guy fans out there is that they want something just a little bit wider at the bottom, accommodate those boots just a little bit more. I can wear them very interchangeably. Even with my easy guys, I would chop off quite a lot to, like, widen the leg opening. So I've always worn my jeans just a little bit wider regardless of fit. But true guy, you don't have to really mess around with anything. They're nice and wide at the bottom without being super wide. You know, and that's the other thing, because there is a little bit of an aspect of, you know, the really super baggy jean that's kind of trendy with younger folks. And, you know, maybe people might see that and think, okay, that's cool for them, but how can I get in on that without, you know, without going all the way there? And true guy also fits for those people as well. So there's a lot of I'm not surprised by the fanfare for true guy. A lot of people get into it. I don't think it's going to overtake weird guy. But it'll
for a long while at least. It's one of those things where, like, right now everybody's talking about true guy and it is a good fit, and it, you know, maybe a lot of people are thinking, okay, my next pair of Naked and Famous will be a true guy. So, like, you know, people are like, we're selling true guy a lot. And I suspect some of those people would go back to weird guy after a while, or some of them stick to true guy. So I think we're in the transitional stage where we can't really make any concrete, like,
I think there's also a jump from the super guy folks over to true guy, because super guy's been around for a long time.
That's true.
And our customer base, you know, we always have a new injection of young, but the longer we're around, our customer base gets older with us. And as we get older, we tend to not be as slim as we used to be. So, you know, whereas you could wear super guy maybe in your early 20s, when you're in your early 30s, it's not as comfortable for you anymore. So true guy a lot of people are making that jump over to True Guy, where they still want something straight-ish. You know, Super Guy isn't a man legging, right? But and the leg opening isn't like too tight. Whereas like the True Guy, you can see it as just being a little bit wider where you need it, where you need everything. So there's a jump from there as well. And yeah, I guess also younger people aren't getting in. This generation of younger people, I'm talking like maybe the current gen of people who are young, maybe in their early 20s, late teens, who are starting to come into some money, getting their first job, buying a little bit of, you know, they're starting to care about the things that they buy. Those younger people aren't getting into skinny jeans at the same rate as like previous generations. So they're also maybe starting off with True or Weird Guy or Strong Guy.
Steven says, I've been wanting some date night super guys.
All right, do it.
That's actually also a thing where, you know, like you can't wear like baggy fit to like a proper, like more
sure
you know,
can.
like a sharp just it's like you can, obviously there's, you know, like suits are not always like really fitted or anything, but the thing is, like, I think when you are like regular person, like with wearing slimmer fit jeans would make it look a little bit more dressed up if you're just strictly considering like the width of the
Right.
fit. So I think it's not a bad look for just a slight upscaling of your outfit.
To dress it up a bit. There was a question, random question from Chase. I bought the new old stock Chinese New Year fire roosters from Vincent's fade video. Did you guys change the dimensions when you went from super skinny guy to super guy? No, we didn't make any changes then.
Yeah.
But there have probably been a few incremental changes from when we went to Super Guy until the current gen of Super Guy. You know, maybe just some slight pocket adjustments to make, you know, your hands going a little bit better. That is a pretty skinny jean. Like, that's not... It's not... Like, maybe I should rephrase that. It's a more form-fitting jean. So some people... You know, if you get a very tight, like, jean that's like a jegging fabric, people get into that and like, oh, I could use the pockets. But, like, that same silhouette in 100% cotton, like rigid, heavier denim, yeah, you can't use the pockets the same way. So some people complain about the pockets on the Super Guy, and it's like, yeah, but those jeans are painted onto you. Like, what do you expect? Anyhow,
Super Guy love in the chat.
Super Guy love in the chat.
Yeah.
I used to wear a lot of Super Guy. I'll tell you that much. If I size them properly, I probably could still get into them, but I just...
But it's just also one of those things where, like, your waist gets bigger and your legs stay the same. Like, it will be also baggier.
Maybe.
Because you need a larger size.
Yeah.
So I think Super Guy is a great fit. It's not for everybody, but it's just if your proportions work with Super Guy, then it works.
Yeah.
I think.
Tuxedo writes, I got the MIJ and Easy Guy first time with the Easy Guy fit. Well, I hope you enjoy them. Mike Knight, I have a pair of the real Gold Denim and Super Guy that I save for when I want to dress up.
Nice.
Also,
Fancy.
we had a little bit of Gold Denim left in stock, so I'm doing a production of those this year. So we found a couple rolls, so that's going to happen. I'm going to do it sans the gold hardware. So it'll have, I think we'll use our brass hardware on it. I'll double check what we're going to do with it. But
nickel.
yeah. But yeah, we won't do the gold hardware on it this time. Gold. I love gold.
You know what I just realized? Our producer is not in the chat today.
Yeah, BD, the producer, he messaged me. He said he's
taking the day off.
Yeah, no, he had another engagement and he said he'll watch it on the live stream. So BD, just for you.
Yeah.
Everybody hit the like button for BD.
Yes.
The producer has a night off today. So
well-deserved.
Well-deserved night off.
Yeah.
He would be reminding us for everybody to hit that like button right now. So So let's do that, everybody. Let's hit that like button and get the engagement up to the sky. Okay. Yeah, a lot of love for the super guy in the chat. Juan Poeta writes, I will forever be a true guy now. True guy seems to be the fit for me also. Yeah, I do enjoy it. If I like all of our fits. Groovy guy, you know, it all kind of depends on the situation. Yeah, groovy guy, I have a pair of those that I used to wear a little bit more. I think on every stream I complain about my weight a lot because I'm so sad about not being able to wear so many of my jeans, which is an important reminder. I think maybe I do this a lot also. Be careful when you stockpile too many jeans. Because, you know, nature runs its course every now and then. Sometimes I see our fans out there, and look, there's definitely, you know, there's the collector mentality, and then there's, you know, I'm buying for the sake of buying. Just be careful when you buy too many jeans that you're not wearing, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much jeans you can wear
right.
in a short period
yeah.
of time.
So if you have a couple that you have in a rotation and you're enjoying, that's fine. But if you have like a bunch that are just kind of dead stock sitting there, be careful with that, because
there's a possibility that you might not be able to fit in them later on. But I mean, it's I have to say this year I've worn more strong guy.
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
No,
actually.
not yet.
Not yet.
But lately.
But yeah, like in the past like few weeks, I've only worn strong guy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just so comfortable.
She's wearing my my strong guy Nightshade stretch selvage, size 30. And I remember when I got those, they were big on me. And you know, they
got pre-faded by Bahzad.
Yeah.
Fading service.
Yeah, you just have to wear them with a little bit of a belt to make sure that they're in place.
The waist is huge.
Yeah.
But the hip really works, and also like the other day I washed them hot and like dried them.
Yeah.
And like now it just feels really like my jeans.
Yeah.
It feels so well. I don't know, got a lot of room.
Yeah.
The length also works perfectly for me. So yeah.
They're great. They're wonderful. So yeah, it's gonna be a combo fader here. Some of my fades, some of your fades. This will be our child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
I would never have this front pocket fade, so.
Right. Despite us always getting the same phone.
Yeah, but I would never put it in my front pocket.
Yeah.
This is just ridiculousness.
That's a good question. Everybody out there, phone fades, front pocket, back pocket. Where do you keep your phone?
Yeah, but also, are there, like, is everybody using the front pocket? Because I've never used the front pocket.
I've exclusively used the front pocket. I've never used my back pocket to carry my phone before.
Front pockets are for your hands. Like
front pocket is for my phone.
Front. Yeah. Wow, I love front.
Topher Cobra, front. Pharmacus, front. Old Salty, back. Elijah, back. Cheddar, front pocket. Griffin, I keep my phone in my jacket bucket pocket. We got Cathedral Ring back pocket for the ladies, and it's also the reason they have cracked screens. Corn, back. Coin, back pocket always.
Wow, everybody has an opinion on
we
this.
We all have a big opinion on this. Oliver, back. Tuxedo, back. Juan Puedo, front. Claude, back. Axel, sit on the phone. Yeah, don't sit on your phone. Oliver was a front, but now back. See, very interesting.
Yeah,
Melody Murray, I rotate my phone in different pockets. John Carlo, front pocket for me. My butt is too big to put something in the back pocket.
Also, it's the fit, because like I on my strong guy, if I put my phone in my pocket and sit down, like it'll stick out like this. And then I have lost, like a long time ago, I've lost my phone like that. I was like sitting at the airport, and I certainly left the cell phone at the gate that way. So like I don't do that with this jeans. But with my classic, because the pocket like sits a little higher, it was like when I'm sitting, it would just, still up in there.
Right.
So it's just different fits, different, pocket placement.
Cathedral Ring hit us with the correct answer, and that is dad clip on the hip.
Yes. That is actually
That is the actual correct answer.
Or Brandon puts his phone in the chest pocket of his shirt.
It scares me. It's gonna fall out.
It always he's wearing a shirt always like this because it's heavier.
Right.
And it's like that's I don't know.
Yeah. The Raven writes, I will say sitting on your phone or wallet is bad for your spine. This is true. I try to keep a pretty thin wallet. Yeah, that's me. Thin.
That's on your back pocket.
That's in my back pocket. That's in the back pocket. That's in the front pocket. When I sit, this comes out of the pocket.
Right. So another thing right now is so back when I lost my phone in my back pocket, that was when you didn't have all these things in your phone. You were not always glued to the phone. I was just there and carrying a phone and sitting there. Now, if I'm sitting and waiting for an airplane to board, I would not have my phone in the back pocket. I was just probably holding a phone, looking at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's.
I remember when we bought this phone. So this is the Note 20.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's huge. And to be fair, great phone. I think, I don't even see the need to upgrade this at all. It still works perfectly good. Just great. But I remember we wanted to get, because Apple makes the smaller version of the iPhone. And I kind of like that idea.
This phone is, I got used to it now because we've been using this for a while, but it is still very far from me to, sometimes I can't reach the other side.
Yeah.
Which it's a little annoying, I have to say.
I would maybe next time I'm going to get a small phone. Just a real small one. And that's it.
A real small?
Yeah, like original iPhone size.
Yeah.
I think they make it.
That size with screen to the edge might be okay.
Because I think Apple, they have it, I think it's the iPhone SE or something like that. And now they have the screen, it goes all the way across. Yeah, Zen phone is small. Austin Power small. iPhone SE, Chief Miggy. Bring BlackBerry back. I don't know about that one.
You don't want today's BlackBerry, though. You want the back in the days BlackBerry.
I just, so BlackBerry, sometimes they would come out with these cool designs. They had a Porsche design BlackBerry, which I thought was it was so beautiful. I'm like, I would buy this phone just because of the design, even though I never owned a BlackBerry back in the day.
I owned a Pearl.
Yeah. Well, that's not to say that I never used one. I had, I remember my brother brought me one, and I just never used it. And, I think it was he was living in the States, and he had an old one, and he gave it to me. He's like, yeah, you could have it. I'm like, I don't know. I never used it.
Still, today's best comment was the hip.
Hip clip.
Yeah.
Hip clip. Lancers, I want an OG Nokia brick fade. Yeah, it's funny, if you look at my history of raw denim jeans that I faded, it goes all the way from small Sony Ericsson phones all the way up to the giganto phones of today. Always in the front pocket, always the front left pocket.
But when back in the days when the phones didn't do much, you were still taking it out when you sit down?
I probably didn't have to because they were small enough that it wouldn't, when you sit, the phones now, they kind of dig into your hip, right? Before, it's like having your keys in your pocket. The phones were small, right? But yeah, that is that's a good raw denim question. Where do you hold your phone?
Yeah, well, everybody had the phone and everybody has jeans, so I guess it's a great topic.
Great topic.
And still relevant.
Yeah.
Still pants.
Right. We're still on topic today, everybody. Yeah. This is great. Oliver writes, gosh, have you seen the case you can put on an iPhone? It adds a BlackBerry-style keyboard. So weird. I don't see the point. I really don't see the point. I remember I had a phone called the Sony Ericsson T68i. And this is back in the day where you had like 50 text messages a month in your plan. 50. You got 50 SMS text messages a month, and then afterwards it was like 15 cents a message or something like that. So I just remember that a text message was a cherished thing, and you better use every single character that you can get. Fill that message. Don't just send an okay. That's a waste. Okay?
It's a waste.
So I bought this little chat board. So it was a little keyboard that I could. Oh, I gotta Google it for you. This is still raw denim related, everybody. Just so you know. So it was a Sony T68i chat.
Oh, somebody's talking about the flip phone, like flip 4 last.
Okay, let's
Raven
check.
says if you want a smaller phone, I recommend a smart foldable phone.
Oh, right. Like the Samsung has the...
Yeah, the one... I like the one that opens up like a book. And not like a clown.
The book one is better.
Right?
Yeah.
It gets more out. Although it's not as small.
But that phone's like $3,000.
Which, I mean,
I'm not
a
gonna
lot
do
of
it.
phones are very expensive
not gonna do it.
nowadays.
So this is the phone that I had. It was one of the first like color screen phones. So this thing, and then it was also one of the first phones that had a camera, and this is the little camera attachment here. I had the camera, and so this is the phone. That was the T68. That was the T68i. Had exactly this color, and I felt like a millionaire. I felt so rich having this phone. It was like the one nice thing that I had. And then this is the little chat board thing that I bought for it, and you could write text messages with it. But the annoying thing was you had to carry that stupid thing around with you. So now I have a phone, and now I'm carrying this little tiny keyboard. Now and I used to carry the camera on my keychain. So every time I wanted to take a picture with it, at least I had that around because I had a keychain. And eventually I got this phone, which is a T610. That was a great phone. Really big fan of that phone. Had this little circular thing here. That was the selfie mirror.
Selfie mirror.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It was a little tiny little reflective
stuck around
piece of
for
metal.
a while, to be fair. It was, it was a thing for a while.
So you could take a picture of yourself.
Without, because we didn't have a front camera.
Yeah, that's it.
For those of you who don't know.
For you young ones out there. Juan Puedo, the Xbox 360 keyboard was elite. I remember that thing. I thought it was kind of cool. It was like this giant contraption that you plugged into the bottom of your Xbox 360 controller, and I feel like it, like ergonomically and stylistically, it really fit the device quite well. Now we got to look it up.
What do you do with it?
So when you're in game and you want to send some trash talk to somebody that you just played, hey man, you suck, whatever, you can text it to them. So you can send little messages to one another.
Interesting. Like it's like a computer game before.
No, it's just like
do it on the computer. You just do it on the console.
Yeah, but I feel like PC gaming was not. I feel PC gaming was before console gaming.
Right. So, yeah. So it's like that. Well, like it's like playing on the computer.
Yeah, like playing on the computer. So yeah, this thing. Right? So the controller was sans that keyboard, but you'd plug that thing in.
It fits really nicely into it.
It fit perfectly.
Yeah.
So that was the controller. For those, again, who may or may not remember, then you plug that thing in. Yeah.
All right.
Keyboards. Who would have thought?
I like physical buttons, but when you don't need it, I guess you don't
on
choose
phones,
to
I
carry
think
it.
we've definitely gotten over that. The Raven. Also, the Fold 4 is like $1,000 USD, not $3,000 USD. It's not cheap, but also not as expensive. I remember looking at the Z Fold something or other right before Christmas here in Japan, and it was like 270,000 yen, which American dollars wise is probably like $1,500, $1,600, something like that. But still. And like if you spec'd it out, it was even more if you wanted like a 1 terabyte, and it's just too much money. It's a lot of money. It is
a lot of money, but more and more you rely on your phone and less on your computer. So it's kind of not that is a big price. But the fact that the cell phone prices are going up kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I mean they're just smaller laptops, but
Yeah.
I can't work on a phone.
But
so.
another thing is that like nowadays, like your like $3,000 phone, maybe not three, but like $2,000 phone will become like $900 like after when the next generation comes out in like secondhand. So it's like, and it's still like very, very good and relevant. Yeah. It's not like each generation of the phone becomes like obsolete after.
That's true. They do they definitely last a lot longer than they used to.
Like there are people who are still using like iPhone 8.
Yeah,
something.
That's true. But I feel like those folding phones, that crease in the center gets so much more creasy.
I mean, I don't know who I haven't seen them, but.
Yeah, if you go to the one that they have on display at the store, because it's been open so many times, they're always
still
really
pretty good though.
I don't know.
Like to me, it's like, oh, if this is like my future in like 2 years into it, then that's completely acceptable.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's see. BD, good to see you, my friend. You're here. Any notable women's line items to talk about? Hidden gems. What's a hidden ladies gem?
Good question. I mean, my favorite piece of the spring is that camp collar shirt and that what did we call it? The vintage piqué, I think we call it.
Hold on a second. Let's pull it up. Camp collar. Risa is gonna. Which one is the one?
The new one.
You're gonna have to. Which one?
Go down. That one. No,
this one?
No, go up. That one.
This one.
Yeah.
This one is handsome.
This one is so cute.
This one is very nice. It also comes in the men's soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. This is a shirt to look out for.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know why, but the women's pricing is. I guarantee you, Brandon's making some kind of costing mistakes, because the pricing is so much better sometimes than the men's. Mm-hmm. And I don't know.
Well, we use different factory.
Still, I'm betting on mistakes. So, take advantage while you can. This is a great shirt. That also is going to come in the men's. Let's see here.
This is such a fun, like, fabric. And, it's
the men's one's also. I think this is an error.
I think the Aloha shirts are coming from a different factory, and maybe they charge us less. Who knows? But yeah, it's a great fabric. I don't know if there's a close up of it, but there's some texture to it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it
it's
here.
It's very breathable, and it's got nice character. I really like it.
There you go. There's your hidden gem. That's not so hidden, and it's not available yet. It's still coming soon. All right, back to the chat. The Raven writes, yeah, I ain't gonna argue. It's cheap, but as someone who only gets new phones every 5 to 6 years at the earliest, I thought the Flip 4 was worth it. Yeah, that's true. If you break it down by a year-by-year use case, and you do use it every day, so that is true. That is true. But I also remember coming from the days of like the $200 phone or the $300 phone was like, whoa.
Yeah, because
guys.
I mean, back in the days, the phone didn't really do much more than the phone,
right.
It wasn't the computer.
I remember there was like, what was his name? Steve Ballmer from Microsoft. When he was when the iPhone was first announced, he was like laughing at it like $600 phone. Who's gonna buy that thing? And I'm like,
everybody, half the population.
That one, that's a big swing and a miss. That's a big one. Anyhow, I'm sure he's doing fine. Steve Ballmer, if you are in the chat right now, we know you are. Good effort with that one. We still like you. Juan Puedo, can't wait for the Sashiko chore coat. Right. We're working on some, anyways, a lot of Sashiko stuff. We're working on spring 25 and fall 25 a little bit. There's a lot going on. Last night we were doing some final touches on the Michael Myers. Hold on, let me see if I can preview some of that with y'alls. because
Already?
yeah, why not?
We literally steaming hot still.
Yeah, it's still steaming hot from last night's mock-up stuff that we were doing, but I can't hold the secret back because why should I? Right?
Why should you?
Right. Why should I? You guys are the best people around, and I should not hold anything back from you because if I do, it's a literal crime, and I'm not going to be responsible for that. So hold on a second, Areno, because I'm just loading it somehow. Sorry, there's a lot of browser windows happening in my life, and I would like this to be a little bit better. It's not the most sophisticated setup here, but that's not why you watch this show. You watch this show for the quality, high quality raw denim content that we bring you each and every week right here only and exclusively on the Naked and Famous Denim Raw Denim live stream channel. Okay, so everybody, are you ready to see Michael Myers in his glorious debut as a raw denim fabric? I hope you are, because we're going to go there. Bam! So this is going to be the leather patch. It'll be on veg tan. The blacked out parts will be embossed in. It's going to be, it's all going to be embossed, but anyhow, the detail here is pretty amazing. You can see it's looking really violent and scratchy. To be fair, this still needs to be approved from the Halloween people. So you're getting
also from the leather people.
Also from the leather
people.
people.
Much detail they can do.
They're gonna get it.
But this is much less detail compared to the actual artwork.
Yeah.
The actual artwork, which we're gonna use on the Pocket Flasher, is extremely detailed. So
so that's what's to come. And then hold on.
If it's approved,
it's gonna get approved. Everybody, remember what we talked about last week with manifesting, right? Let's remember that. Let's never forget that
power of positive thinking.
The power of positivity. That is what we are known for. We are very positive people, and we are going to bring positivity to the people with this. And then boom, check that out, guys. That is going to be what hopefully the pocket bags end up looking like.
This is the mock-up. It would be printed on the black pocket bags. Hopefully.
Yeah, so a very, very kind of gritty, it's a gritty silk screen style print. So think vintage, I was thinking vintage kind of hardcore heavy metal t-shirts with a little bit of a crackly looking print here just to give it a little bit more edge.
To me, this is old newspaper clippings.
Yeah,
kind of.
Right. So just raw, something very raw. So, and then the denim itself will kind of have this blue-green tone. And the idea here is that it's going to match Michael's uniform. And the thing is, in Halloween, Michael's uniform is black and or green. Hopefully I'm still streaming, because I think I didn't cut off the chat. There we go. So Michael's uniform is, depending on the lighting, it looks a little bit more blue or it looks a little bit more green. So we went with a blue-green kind of combo so that it really, I think, encapsulates the look of his uniform quite well. It'll be a heavier weight denim, and it's gonna be a good one coming out this Halloween to commemorate Halloween. So there you go. I hope you're hyped for it, because I'm hyped for it. Slick Sauce, I think in reference to Steve Ballmer, he writes, he's doing fine. He owns an NBA team.
Oh, great.
Yeah, good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I also have to
say it.
The Cathedral Rings comment. If the aloha shirts aren't made in Hawaii, I'm out.
All right. Oh yeah, Reddit guy. Sure, no problem. When we were in Hawaii, there are
That would be exactly what like Reddit guy would say. Also.
right. That's true. That is exactly what in Hawaii. It's like you're there, and there are definitely shirts made in Hawaii, and then there's just a ton of shirts that aren't made in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, you can't always make everything. Anyhow, I don't want to get into that.
But also, one thing I learned was that like they call it, they actually call it aloha shirt. Hawaiian shirt is like the wrong name apparently.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, what's the other way? Yeah, I think it's called aloha shirt, and people don't call it Hawaiian shirt, and mainland people call it like.
Oh, I see. They call it Hawaiian shirts.
Hawaiian shirts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Something like that.
All right. Well, there you have it. Invis Ian's hollowed out eyes coming full force. Yeah. Michael's gaze is very piercing and evil.
Without even having eyes.
Yeah. Those pocket bags are dope. Reminds me of the Jason pair. The Jason pair was great. My other idea for this one was there's a scene with Michael. I wanted Michael and Lori in the pockets, but so this other scene, it has like Michael at like the back door, and the back door is kind of ajar, and Michael's just staring there, and then I forget the character's name, but one of Lori's friends, the babysitter, is like on the phone, and that would have been kind of cool to have spread out across two pocket bags, but I wanted to have. You're doing Halloween, you gotta have Lori in there. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing it'll be colored like the Jason and Freddy patches. No. The Michael patch will be embossed on veg tan leather, so it will not be a full color patch like Jason or Freddy.
What's the Jason patch? Oh yeah, I
remember. All right. The pocket bags are dope. Reminds me of the Jason pair. I read that one already. Vincent is in the chat. What's up, y'all? Well, this chat is what's up, everybody. Yeah. Vincent from the This Week at Tate and Yoko. This week he's from the This Week at Tate and Yoko show, available also here on our YouTube channel. Vincent, the customer service master extraordinaire, is here to answer.
I'm sure a lot of you have dealt with him.
He's here to answer all of your questions.
What do you call it when two shows like have a
crossover episode?
Yeah. This is a
crossover. All right. Hopefully, Wizard of 32 Ounce shows up here. Mm-hmm. We already have Tony Hawk. And I think maybe Steve Ballmer is actually here in the chat as well. Maybe he's hidden as Slick Sauce, as he's the one who mentioned that he owns a basketball team. Mm-hmm. So maybe that is just Steve Ballmer in disguise. Good to see you here. It's all happening right here at the Tate and Yoko Naked Famous Denim crossover live stream. A Cathedral Ring needed a Selvedge janitor suit for this release. Yes and no. The reason why is because that color of janitor suit, jumpsuit exists. When we were gonna do the Ghostbusters collab, we were ready to make a flight suit. I bought a flight suit. We were like dissecting it. The Ghostbusters people were like, "Oh, if you come to like California, like we can show you like the original suits from the film." And then they sent us some like really detailed photos of it, and like we were very close to making a full-on replica jumpsuit made with denim, but we didn't do it. I figured I just didn't know, because number one, the price was going to be high, real high. And I'm like, I don't know how many people would be interested in this, right? Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of development. I don't know how many we were going to sell. Anyways, it just...
Yeah.
It might have been cool to make one or two, but if you make one or two, then you get a handful of people like, oh, you should have made more. Then I'm like, yeah, but this would have been like many hundreds of dollars. Mm-hmm.
It's difficult to sometimes, like see that there's so many things that are cool in the world that we can make. It's just like, does it make sense business wise, and does it also like bring us Like, it's just one of those things where if we had infinite time and money, maybe we'll do it. But
Right. Angel Perez writes, "Hey Bahzad, how do we cancel orders on Tate Yoko?" You can't cancel orders on Tate Yoko. Once we have your money, too bad. Too bad, so sad. We got your money. There are no cancellations. All sales final. That said, the real answer to that is you got to send us an email.
if we get to it quickly enough, or call us during business hours.
Right.
That might be actually the best way. If it's not hemmed or shipped, then we try to accommodate. But
if once the order's in, we start processing. So it really depends where on the processing line that it is.
We do our best. Like, we're not like one of those, very strict retailers. Like, no, we can't do that. But by pressing like confirm payment or whatever the last spot is, like, you're actually placing that order. So
I understand. Maybe you ordered the wrong size. And you need to switch it up. Look, if you say you ordered the wrong size, just buy another one, buy the right size, and then tell us to cancel the other order. Especially if you do it like immediately after you place the order, then we have a chance to get it before like we print the picking slip and it goes to the warehouse and all that stuff.
The sooner
the better. But yeah, once you confirm that order, it's in processing.
Yeah.
So Damon Day Donuts, maybe a weird question. Well, we are the makers of the weird guy after all. But related to refunds, how often do you get fraudulent charges? I don't want to talk about this too much because every now and then I do go over this topic and it gets me kind of heated. But it happens. I think it happens to every business. Look, it's less than 1% of orders are fraudulent orders. Very, 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 very few orders are fraudulent orders. It's just that you have to deal with them and it takes up so much time dealing with them. And to me, it's very hurtful for a number of reasons, and the number one reason why I feel it to be hurtful is because I feel like as a brand we're a very community-driven brand, and if you're buying an MIJ13 or a JoJo item, it means we're making these products for fans. And you kind of have to be in the know of Naked and Famous to know, like, these are hyped items, like, really made for us, right? And so if you're from that group of people and you make that decision to say, hey, I'm going to rob these guys, you are an a-hole. You're just an a-hole. And I don't like you. That's as simple as that.
Yeah. But, I mean, again, I feel like, the security's better. Like, we're as a world, I think we're, kind of getting better against these.
We're getting really good at catching them.
Yeah, we're getting better at it. I think that the system is becoming better.
Filters are good.
Yeah. So hopefully we would not have this in the future.
Yeah. It definitely happens, but
but as our sales grow, I don't think frauds are going like up either. So
no. It's still a small percent.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're still a jerk if you try to pull that one on us.
Don't come into the chat if you're a fraud person. Okay?
Yeah.
This is only for friends.
This is for friends and family.
Yeah.
And you are neither. And I hope that your whatever jeans you did steal were the one defective item that we made and that they cause irreparable harm to you. Irreparable. Yeah. Like Final Destination style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jeans can kill you like Slaxx.
Yeah, like Slaxx. Yeah. I hope. That's what I hope. That's what I hope. I hope that the movie Slaxx, Slaxx, unfurls itself on you from that gene, right? It's not I'm not going to give away the plot of the movie, right? The way that our ghost was haunted is going to be different from the way it was in Slaxx. That's a little bit more of a social commentary, on the fast fashion industry as a whole, but ours is the ghost of Christmas revenge. I don't know why I threw Christmas in there, but it is. And for those people who don't know what Slaxx is, let me introduce you to the greatest horror movie you may not have seen. But we definitely talked about it.
It's in Japanese too.
Oh, they have it in Japanese.
Nice.
You know, it's kind of funny. Okay, because this image has seen a lot of different edits. So
Yeah, what is that?
they got rid of the
Bowling
back cuts. So, okay, so this is a movie called Slaxx, Slaxx. And interestingly, it used to be SLAXXX, but that apparently, when you put triple X in a title of a movie, it tends to get a different kind of attention.
But also, it's very misleading because
Right.
it's
Yeah.
not that kind of
right.
movie.
So the original poster had like 3 X's on the back here, and then they did it to like 2 X's, and I can see that this poster has no X's.
It's kind of weird looking because it's just
It just looks like
bubbling.
blood bubbling up from her butt. Blubble butt. So Slaxx is a movie about some killer jeans, and they happen to feature the natural indigo super guy. So the super guy was the killer. Our jeans were the killer in this movie, and I don't know if I can play the trailer here or not, if we're gonna get flagged for anything.
Everybody can watch it after.
Okay, so anyhow, this is it. But it's about a killer pair of jeans. They're called the Super Shapers, and they're very murderous. And it's interesting because they actually control. So you can see these jeans move, and it's all controlled by puppets. It's not like CGI or anything, which I thought was really cool. And we worked with them to, like, all this is through puppeteering. It's brilliantly done. Like how cool that is. And so we worked with them, and we had to make them a ton of jeans. They ordered so many jeans because they had so many different puppets for every scene. Within the same size range. Yeah.
It can't be like 140 and then 28.
Right. So we had to make them a bunch, and it was really fun to work with them. We got to go on the set and see some scenes get shot. Look, guys, it's Shane from New York, and Shane is in the chat as well. This is a triple collab. We've got Tate Yoko, Naked Famous, and Naked Famous Denim NYC in the house. Everybody's here. But yeah, if you are a thief of our jeans, I hope that the jeans that you have stolen were in fact the possessed by the devil or demons or whatever, and that they commit bloody revenge on you. So that's what happens when you steal from us.
Right.
So there you go.
Yeah.
I'm putting it out there. Jacob Harvey, the singer, checking in from Flin Flon, Manitoba. Wondering when the Pure Hemp is coming. Pure Hemp is coming.
We just talked about it probably sometime in maybe April.
Yeah. That's it. Pharmacus, the Devil Gene from Tekken. Yeah, the Devil Gene.
We did do a Akuma gene. We are also doing a Devil gene.
Yeah, the Shinigami Selvedge. So for those people who remember the Akuma denim from the Street Fighter collection and the Trunks denim from the Dragon Ball Z collection, we are re-releasing that fabric in the mainline Naked and Famous Denim collection for Fall/Winter 24. So I know we've announced this already, and there were certainly, I'm sure there was some chat, MIJ13, Shinigami Selvedge, which one do I go for? Which one do you go for? They're both very, very beautiful. Black, slubby Selvedge denim options that fade beautifully. Well, you go with the Shinigami Selvedge in the fall, and you go with the MIJ13 now, because that's what you can get now. And then I think by the fall, those will probably be pretty gone.
Yeah. Or you missed the size that you wanted in MIJ13. Then Shinigami is going to be, it's not going to be MIJ. It's not the same fabric, but it's the same vibe.
Yeah. And certainly if you've owned the Akuma or you've wanted that Akuma denim for so long, Trunks denim, this is your opportunity to get it. So that's going to be coming out in the fall. I think that's going to be one of the big highlights. And the other big highlight for the fall is going to be the Elephant Red Core Selvedge. So we're taking the red core denim, elephant denim, smashing them together. Literally, we just banged them real hard together at the speed of sound, and then they melded together to make one combo, a super heavyweight red color core fading denim. Heavyweight color core. It's never happened before. It's happening now, coming in the fall. The fades on that are going to be sick. I wanted to do my best John Ralphio, but I got to work on it.
You got to work on it. Practice off camera.
Off camera, then I'll prepare it. But it's going to be sick with a high-pitched voice. Sick. It's no good. I'm not going to do that again. April 11th writes, manifesting bad things on the scammers. Haha.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, sometimes you got a little bit of negativity, manifesting. Because manifesting is not just positivity.
Yeah. Negativity is also great. Bad things are good stories. So there's always good from bad. Almost. Not always.
Yeah. And also this bad thing, wishing bad for scammers, will lead to a positive experience for everybody else.
That's it. Because then there'll be fewer of them. And
then we'll be all happy.
We'll be all happy. That's it. Okay. Chief Miggy writes, oh yeah, who said when is more heavyweight denim coming? I forgot about the Akuma denim coming this year too. That's it.
Yeah, later this year.
Yeah. Mark Andre writes, do you think mud dye jeans or jacket possible one day? It's always been something that we've wanted to do. The problem with it's called Dorozome. The problem with it is
it's mud.
It's mud.
It's mud.
And you can garment dye stuff, but if you do it on the yarn, the problem is the factories don't really want to use that because it gunks up the machines. And gunking up the machines is not something they want to do. So it's really just a problem for everybody. And
right. And garment dyeing, even if we're doing MIJ, it's not really ideal. I think it's just, I don't know. We could do it. I would never say never, but it's not in our immediate future.
Right. Okay. Van Deen, shout out from Epsom, UK. Well, welcome. Is that where Epsom salts come from?
Perhaps.
All right. John Chan, greetings from Singapore. Any plans for a Naked and Famous store in Tokyo? No plans. No plans. No plans. Okay. Pedro, Bahzad, did you see the official trailer for X-Men 97? I did.
What is X-Men 97?
So when I was a kid, and when many people here were kids, on Fox Kids, on Saturday mornings, there was the X-Men cartoon show. I think it ran from 91 to 97. A show I'm sure a lot of us are very fond of, very iconic. It cemented a lot of the way the X-Men look and sound into many of our brains. And just through nostalgia glasses, there is a reboot of the series called X-Men 97. And I saw the trailer for it. I don't know. I don't think it was it. I was very disappointed with the animation quality. I was just... I don't... There's something about, when I look at, some of the video games that I like these days are, they're I'm trying to think, they're made to look like old Nintendo games or old Sega Genesis games, like Blazing Chrome or Paprium, but they take the 16-bit style and they improve it incredibly, right? So it has the feel of 16-bit, or maybe this is what 16-bit could have looked like had we been working on it for 20 years and just improved on all, if you look at it in an early Super Nintendo game versus by the end of the Super Nintendo's lifestyle, they figured out how to tweak everything and get the most out of it. And so when I look at modern retro games, I look at it like, yeah, it's an homage to the old, but they've also improved so much. And when I looked at X-Men 97's animation quality, it looked worse than 97's. And like, for some people, 97, you know, you have the earlier episodes actually of that series. The animation quality was better than the later quality. I think the later quality, their budgets must have dropped and the quality really went down the drain. And like, I think with X-Men 97, they're like, oh, let's drop the animation quality even further. And I just...
Is it to make it look old?
Yeah, they tried to make it look old, and I'm just not with it. I think they should have updated the animation quality. This is just me. I think they should have updated the animation quality, but still retained like the color, story, and you know, the designs of the characters. Whereas, anyways, I'm not sold yet. And I also, my other problem is nostalgia, and I just tend to find that anything that gets rebooted from like my childhood, like.
I also really don't like that. Like a lot of that is just like, oh, let's cash in, like on that nostalgia thing, and it's like it feels less genuine, you know, than like real people who are like really excited about that is doing something nostalgic.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not there. Maybe all the people at Disney and Marvel are watching this live stream right now, which I know they are, and they're probably like, oh, we were about to give you that collaboration. I'd still like to do an X-Men collaboration, and I would love to do it. My dream collaboration with X-Men is going to be those 90s era Jim Lee comic book, based on the comic book, like using the comic book art for the collaboration, for the leather patches, the artwork, the pocket bags, all that stuff. That's what I would do. Maybe one day we'll get it. Maybe one day. Yeah. Jacob Harvey, the singer. Turtles in Time versus the original TMNT movie. Well, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, Turtles 1, I'm a big fan. I really love that movie. I really love the art style of that movie. It was a lot darker than Turtles 2 and Turtles 3. Turtles 2 was a little bit more cartoony, and then Turtles 3 even more so. But Turtles 1, it felt like if you weren't even aware of what the Ninja Turtles were and you were to watch it, you'd be like, oh, this is...
Wait, which one is the live action one?
Turtles 1, 2, and 3. They're all live action.
They're
all the movies are live action, except for like all the ones that I never paid attention to because they were cartoons.
Which one with the what's it called?
Oh, that's Turtles 2 with Steven Kropelkamp, Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go. Yeah, that is the ninja rap with Vanilla Ice and just...
Wait, that one... Did you say that one was 2?
That was Turtles 2.
Yeah. I watched that one. To me, that live action Turtles are a little too scary, like creepy, gross, not cute. You know, the animation at least is like cute.
Yeah, you gotta have ninja rap on vinyl. It just has to happen. You know, Vanilla Ice, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He just knows how to do it. And
his graphics great.
His graphics great. And the original Ninja Turtles movie, Turtles 1, this is the Turtles 2 soundtrack, but the Turtles 1 movie was based off of the original comic books and not the cartoon show. So that's why I even remember watching it when I was a kid and being like, you know, not really understanding certain aspects of it. And like, that's why, spoiler alert for also a like 40-year-old movie at this point, and that's why it's seemingly why Shredder dies in the first movie, because in the comic books, Shredder dies in like the first episode, in like the first issue, or something like that. Like the first storyline, Shredder's dead. Like Shredder's not like this long-running character like he was in the cartoon show. So, yeah. And that's why in Turtles 2, he comes back, and they're shocked, and then he also becomes the Super Shredder by taking some of the mutagen. And fun fact, Super Shredder was played by none other than Big Sexy, Big Daddy Cool, Diesel, also known as Kevin Nash from the WWE, WWF, WCW world. There you go. Okay. There's some Ninja Turtles knowledge for you. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of the Ninja Turtles. I would, again, if I were to do Ninja Turtles, it would be based off of, 80s style Turtles. I would even go far as to say I would do it based on the comic books, just to get that grittier, darker art style. Yeah. Okay. Anthony writes, growing up, my older neighbor told me and my brother that he could transform us into real Ninja Turtles. And we even asked our parents if we got turned into turtles, could we stay home from school? They said yes. We were overjoyed. Many years later, still not a Ninja Turtle. I remember as a kid, I definitely believed the Ninja Turtles were real. Like, they existed in the world, and they were in the sewers somewhere. Mm-hmm. That was a very real belief for me. I'm like, yeah, the cartoon.
These specific Ninja
Yeah,
Turtles,
like the cartoon is the cartoon, but the movie, those were the that was real. Like those were the turtles in a movie. Like they made a movie. Those weren't people in a suit. Those were the actual Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Like a documentary.
Well, it wasn't a documentary. I mean, they made a movie.
Oh, so like the actual Ninja Turtles were playing the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Okay. So
right.
It's not a documentary, but it's
based off of
reality based.
Reality based movie. This is based on a true story type of thing.
It's a very complicated concept.
Right. What can I say? I was a very smart child. Mm-hmm. Vincent writes, same. My godfather used to show me Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on VHS, and I was pretty sure they were real. Kids are very susceptible to ideas,
I guess so. I don't remember thinking things are real, to be honest.
No, I was very convinced. Jacob Harvey, the singer, they are Bahzad. Believe. All right, I still believe. Look, it's the liberal media, the fake news media that's trying to tell us that the Ninja Turtles aren't real, but that's a conspiracy to try and hide the fact that these 4 teenage mutant Ninja Turtles do exist, that there is animal human hybrids in the world today that are fighting crime, and we're not ready for it, Okay. So that's why they've went away from all these live action Ninja Turtle movies, because they don't want us to even have that idea anymore. They made them more cartoony. Somebody get me.
Also, I mean, they're older now, so they can't probably do the same action as they did when they were teenagers.
The thing is, turtles live to be really, really old.
Yeah.
So even if they're in their mid-40s or 50s now, that's still a young turtle. Right? In the span of a turtle's lifetime. Those guys, what do they go, like 300 years? Right?
I don't know. In Japan, they say that they live for 10,000 years.
So 10,000 years, right? So...
And cranes live to be 1,000 years.
Unbelievable. So this is all just a conspiracy here to get us to not believe in the turtles anymore. I believe. So there you go. Okay. Turtle power.
I hope this the sale from these movies and these things go to the real turtles.
Yeah, I think they do. Okay. Vincent writes, that's a tortoise, not a turtle. What do you know?
That lives to be 10,000 years old?
No, they're all the same. They're all the same. Okay. So there you go. Leonardo Roca writes, I was actually named after the Ninja Turtle. It was between Leonardo and Michelangelo. That's wonderful.
Wow.
That is wonderful.
Is your personality more like Leonardo? I don't know.
I
what
guess
that
Leonardo leads.
Oh,
Donatello, yeah, Leonardo leads. Donatello does machines. Raphael is cool but rude, and Michelangelo
It's the party dude.
is a party dude. That's it.
Yeah.
Who is Adrian writes? How about street sharks? Street sharks are a myth. No, street sharks. I mean, everybody tried to cash in on the mutant animal craze of that era. You got street sharks. You had what were battle trolls? So weren't troll dolls? So troll dolls, I guess, weren't like tough enough for the boys. So they made them like He-Man figures with lots of muscles.
I think I've seen it. Yeah.
So there were battle trolls. Yeah, what else do we have? Gargoyles wasn't really there was a show called Gargoyles, and I mean they weren't mutants or anything like that, but I think it also fed into like the anthropomorphic creature figures. Biker Mice from Mars, yeah, that's another one. Toxic Crusaders, featuring the characters from Toxic Avenger. Battletoads. Somebody, Topher Kofor was writing here. So there's a lot of inspiration that spurred from the Ninja Turtles, yeah. SWAT Cats, that's another one, yeah. Maximus. Yeah, there was a lot of shows like that. And then Power Rangers hit, and then it was over. There was also Samurai Pizza Cats, which I really liked that show when I was a kid.
They're three of your favorite things.
It's true, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Himanshu. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I bought my first pair of Naked Famous Big Slub 18-ounce. Love the fabric. Hate the fit. Is a weird guy not for me? Should I size up or buy True Guy? Just curious as a hassle and expense to return or exchange. I don't know. Is it not for you? Only you
it's hard for us to know.
Can tell if it is or isn't for you and whether you should size up or not.
So tell us your concern, like what part you don't like, and maybe we can suggest a solution.
I would say that this, not to pick on you, but this is the kind, I'm just using you as an example of how you should ask these kinds of questions to get the best answer. Because oftentimes we will get someone in the customer service, you will get the email and say, I bought these jeans, they didn't fit, should I size up? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know how much they don't fit by. I don't know what you don't like about the fit. Is it too tight in the waist? Is it too tight in the thighs? We do not know. Unless you provide us with that information or a photo, we can't tell. And
even photo is difficult sometimes because photo is just one dimension.
It could look good on you, but it could feel bad on you, right? So those things, there's a lot of things that you need to take into account. So if you're saying, hey, I bought a pair of jeans, it was the weird guy, they didn't fit me right, here's what I didn't like about the fit, maybe they're too tight in the waist, maybe there's too much room in the thigh, this is the size that I bought. What would you recommend that might fit me? I'm looking for something that fits a little bit slimmer here, a little bit wider there. Tell us what you're after. Tell us what the problem is with the fit for you. The problem for me may be different for you in the same jeans. So everyone's going to experience these jeans differently. So try to be a little bit more descriptive with your problem and let us know the outcome that you're looking for. I want them to fit better isn't something that is that's a very subjective thing. So if you instead say, I want them to be have a little bit more room in the thigh, then we can find you an answer to that. But fit better, that means different things to different people. So try it when you come to us with, a fit concern problem. Try to let us know specifically what the problem is and the kind of outcome that you're looking for.
It will also help to whatever jeans or pants even that fits you well, that are, similar, like what you're looking for in jeans fit, similar to what you're looking for in jeans fit. Measure them and see how it compares to like some of our fits that are available online. Like on website we have all the measurements and just compare them. see if like that makes sense to you. And if not, we're always here to help. But yeah, it's just do some homework on your end, because we're not there to like tell you like fit you in jeans. You're not coming into the store. So yeah, that would help.
All right. Well, here's a good question. Hobbs Calvin writes, "Hi guys, I need a pair of jeans for an office that won't fade much. Do you guys have anything in your line that you could recommend?" Perfect timing. For fall winter 24, we have a jean that's coming back called the Forever Blue Selvedge. Now, we've done a couple of Forever Blues in the past. This is a new formulation on the Forever Blue, but what it is a dark indigo jean that is highly resistant to fading. And that's not to say that it's it won't possibly fade, but it doesn't fade the same way a rope dyed denim fade, because this is a reactive dyed yarn. So it's dyed to the core. If you wear it hard enough, you can get some kind of like gradual fade, but you're not going to get that high contrast fade result that you would from a typical rope dyed raw denim. So
indigo or black.
Right.
Yeah, what I say usually is just like picture a black t-shirt. Black t-shirt. You have it black, wash it like 100 times, you start to see like a fade, little bit of fading, and in general it will turn like a lighter shade of black, like a darker gray. It's going to fade kind of like that.
Yeah, but that said, if you wear them every single day, they're going to change color at a faster rate than if you were to wear them sparingly. But regardless, they are very, very resistant to fading. So the Forever Blue Selvedge is coming for fall winter 24 if you want to wait for that. If you want to get something today that is maybe a bit of a slower fader, the Indigo Selvedge, that is a good option for you. And if you want things to fade slowly, wear your jeans infrequently. Don't wear them as hard, and I would say wash them as you would normal garments, because the more you wash your jeans, they will fade uniformly, right? When you have those creases and things like that, that's when you start to get more contrast, because it's at those crease points where the fabric's a little bit more raised, you see more abrasion on those parts. Whereas if you start to wash everything evenly, you don't get that as much.
You notice less fading.
Yeah. So just a couple of tips there. Okay. I think was there a response to that guy with his question? I'm not sure. Did he follow up? I don't see a follow up. Okay. So anyhow, hopefully for Himanshu, we answered your question, but you can always send us an email. Try to keep our tips in mind when you're reaching out. Okay. KW writes to Himanshu, definitely reach out to customer service for a return label. They can arrange for that cheaper than sending it back yourself. That is true. Just one thing to note that, while we don't offer free shipping, free returns, our shipping rates, shipping to you is cheaper than the actual shipping rate. We subsidize quite a lot of the shipping, and then for return shipping we do the same thing. We mega subsidize it, so it's not free, but it is a lot cheaper for you. There are some websites where there are a lot of websites that offer free shipping and returns. That's their business model. That isn't our business model. But other websites, you might see shipping, for example, is the actual shipping rate.
Or you have to arrange your own shipping, and
right.
We offer the option that if you want to return yourself, then that's fine. You still have to get return authorization from us. But if you insist on paying your way to ship that back to us, we're not gonna stop you. But what we're offering is because sometimes people kind of take that as you charge for returns. It's no, it's not that. We're charging for a part of the return shipping cost that we're going to be billed.
Yeah.
So it's...
Yeah. Some people take it... That's exactly it. Some people say, you charge for returns. We don't charge for returns. Returns are free. If you bring it to the store, we don't charge you $25 to return something.
Yeah.
If you send it back yourself, we're not
also
charging you, right?
Yeah.
So the idea that we're charging you for a return is incorrect. What we're doing is selling you a return label that is much cheaper than if you were to go to FedEx or UPS or wherever and send it back with your money. If you go there, they're going to charge you $50 probably to send that back to us. Maybe less, depends where you're from, especially if you're overseas.
And you have to do all the paperwork, and because if you're outside of Canada,
it's customs paperwork.
And like what we're offering is that we do the paperwork and also we give you the label. So all you have to do is print it and drop it off in the FedEx box or whatever. And at subsidized lower rates.
Yeah.
So we're actually offering as much as we can offer. Like it's actually a big part of our resource going into that. But
another thing people don't consider is, say, even when you're shopping in person, the time it takes for you to go to a store and return something probably costs the same amount in your time than it does to return something with our, what we charge for a shipping label. Like, if you have to go downtown, you got to get on the subway, you got to get on the metro, you got to get into your car, you got to park, you got to, go. It takes time. Nothing doesn't take unless you're there, maybe you work around the place where you bought the thing, but there's a cost, there's a life cost associated with everything. But some people get it wrong and they say, well, they charged me for a return. I'm like, you could return that on your own. If you want to buy the label, you want to bring it to the store, you can do that. If you want to book the flight from London, England to Montreal and bring the jean, no problem. We do not charge you for that return. You can physically bring it to the shop and say, I'd like to return these, and we're going to do that without extra fees.
Yeah. Most people in here
you guys
know,
get it. I just like making fun of that idea. It's fun. DC, Daniel Carman in the house. I enjoyed your Vegas stories in the last live stream. Brings back a lot of good memories. Yeah, Daniel Carman, he's the proprietor at Over the Rainbow in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
He's been in that trade show circuit for a long time.
Yeah,
I'm sure he has some interesting stories as well.
We've definitely hung out everywhere in the world together, and especially in Las Vegas. Those Vegas nights. What can I say?
We were younger then.
We were definitely younger then. A little bit of gambling here and there. Nothing serious. I have never won a big jackpot in Vegas.
No, but my best gambling experience ever was when we put down a $50 on the roulette.
Yeah, on the way out.
Like when we're checking out of the hotel, just like walking by the casino, to go out.
We were at the Mirage.
We just put down $50 on black, red, whatever, one of the colors, and then we won. So $50 turned into $100. Immediately went to cash it in and left.
Yeah.
Just literally under 5 minutes. Yeah. We're just like, boom.
Room, hotel, room, elevator to the roulette table, money, win, go to the cashier, and walked out, got into the cab, got to the airplane, we were out of there.
That was the easiest $50 we've ever made.
Yeah. I've definitely lost money just as fast.
Because that's normal. That's what it's designed for.
Yeah.
It wasn't designed for the way we did.
Yeah.
And that's why we felt so good.
Right. Jacob Harvey, the singer. What's your game, Bahzad? I like craps because I feel like you can play for a while. Blackjack and even roulette, I feel like it goes too fast. Whereas craps, you got everybody at the table, everyone's excited, we're throwing dice. And I make ridiculous bets. I only make stupid bets, just in hopes of winning something decent. I think the most I've ever won was at the craps table. And I'll make a couple $100, nothing serious. But
Yeah.
it was neat because every time we'd go to Vegas, you know, somebody, you know, we'd be around maybe, you know, oh yeah, my mom came to Vegas, you know, I was here, whatever, and she won money on the slot machine. Like we're always around somebody who's like somebody won some money. So it was exciting
You
time.
also only remember, like, I remember the $50 turned into 100, like, vividly, but I don't remember all the, like, little money that I lost on the slot machine over the years. Like, I do not remember any of it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of like the Vegas magic as well. Like, they know we remember the positive things.
Absolutely. Yeah, or like sometimes you just wait, like you're sitting and waiting, and you're like, here's a slot machine, and you're like,
it's like you wouldn't like,
and you throw like $20 into it, and it's gone in 5 seconds, and you're like,
and
whatever.
It's like I didn't even get a drink. I didn't even have time to order a drink.
Also, or the slot machines at the airport. I've been at the airport where like, you know, you're like, because they have slot machines as soon as you come off the plane, and like when you're at the gate. And here's the sucker part about it is, say you win some big money at the slot machine, you got to go out of security to cash it in. So it's a very inconvenient thing for you to cash in your money at the slot machines at the airport. Yeah,
I never thought of cashing out at the airport. Really?
Yeah. So
I mean, you would do that for enough money, though.
For enough money, you would. But like, say your flight is in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
For you to like go all the way to get out and go get your money and then go through security again, you ain't doing that.
If you don't come to Vegas like often enough, then you shouldn't gamble when you're taking off.
Yeah.
I feel.
Right. Yeah.
That's the real answer.
Save the gambling for the casino. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, or don't gamble. Don't. Play within your limit. Yeah, $50. Don't waste any more money than that. Okay. Of course, that was raw denim related because we would go to Vegas for raw denim. So we're still staying on topic here the entire stream. Carl Murawski, the boss, is in the chat. Warm greetings from New England. I hope you guys are doing well, Bahzad. We are doing well. The weather today is nicer than it has been
at least
in a while.
Sun.
Yeah, at least there's sun. It's been pretty gray and gloomy. I remember last week I declared summer was here.
That was wrong. That's completely wrong.
It was because of the ill manifestations. You didn't believe.
Oh, it's because of me.
Mm-hmm. I blame you. Okay. Pedro writes, Pedro writes, the current state of fate. The Carhartt King is in the chat. The Carhartt King. Cathedral ring. Ben, check size charts and locate the waist measurement that says 36. Just be careful because front and back rise can sway that as well. Depends on your build. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe people are talking about some sizing advice.
I saw that message. Ben Wilkinson, a sizing question to clarify: the labeled size is not the same as the waist measurement. It's not. It never is really, except for some minor exceptions.
Okay. All right. Robert writes, any chance there will be a persimmon dyed jean again? Oh yes, we're working on the. Anyways, it's in the works, but the natural indigo Kakishibu.
Oh, we're doing Kakishibu again? I thought we were doing natural indigo.
I think it's natural indigo by Kakishibu.
Oh, that's
all hand dyed.
All hand dyed. I did not know that.
It's gonna be this.
That is, that is a lot of work.
Don't go to the casino, guys. Save that money.
Or go
to the casino.
If you don't have money and if you are confident.
Yeah. So that one is in development, and it will be. Get the sound of that. That's what it's gonna sound like. The Raven, do you think there's a chance of getting Sashiko chinos in the true guy fit? You know what? We were looking at that one fabric. I could see that will be in a true guy jean probably. I'm gonna say yes, and I don't know about a chino fit, but it'll
yeah.
probably be in a 5-pocket denim fit. And I'm going to go with, what season will that be ready for?
Spring 25.
Spring 25.
Yeah.
If
we decide to do it.
Right.
Nothing is decided.
Philip Edgezak, what has been your favorite vintage style fabric? I'm thinking about getting the Craftsman True Guys for the summer. The Craftsman True Guy is a very, very, very nice denim.
Yeah, Craftsman Selvedge.
Yeah.
All fits are very nice. It is lightweight. I forgot what the weight, like 9 ounce, something like that.
Yeah.
It's got these like cream colored stitching, which makes it really, really
very
vintage
old school
looking. Very tightly woven. It's 2x1, right?
Yeah.
With the old school Selvedge ID.
Yeah. The only challenge to this one is this one.
Right.
Which is going to be our first kind of lightweight MIJ. So this is going to be MIJ 14.
Look at that. What?
Yeah. So they're different in, this is more traditional workwear. This is workwear with, I would say, like modern vintage elements where they're really like slubbing and nepping it up a lot. Like old school fabrics wouldn't have looked this way, but it does have that old school type of charm to it. So this is MIJ 14. We don't have release information on this quite yet, but
yeah, beige weft and warp neppy. So the two colors of neps in here. Nep on the front, nep on the back. It's a great lightweight fabric.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of character.
So this summer, this should hopefully be out by the summer.
No,
not even. So don't even worry. This is gonna be next year. This year we're gonna have the Craftsman Selvedge, which is this one that has the weft is I think it's gray and like a ecru colored twisted yarns. So you get like these like kind of staticky looking inside. Yeah, very tightly woven. It's got nice cream stitching. It's a great jean. It's lightweight and it's gonna like wash like a vintage jean. Yeah.
I'm excited about this actually.
So great lightweight options. This is fantastic. This is gonna be fantastic.
What can I say? Lightweight we're working
on. I'll be holding out for that MIJ. All right. Why no jacket in the sky blue edition for spring summer 24? No particular reason.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Which jacket do we do? Frankenstein and matcha. I think.
Yeah, I think the matcha jacket. Yeah. There's no reason. No particular reason. Just.
Do we do sky blue?
Left hand twill. Ocean's Edge, I think, is getting a. Oh yeah, Ocean's Edge is getting a jacket.
And that's kind of why, like, we have one lighter blue.
That's
jacket.
it. It's hard to remember everything, guys.
I know.
There's a lot. Any re-release of Brown Fox? The answer to that is going to be yes. We are doing another FoxFibre denim. That's going to be coming out for fall winter 24 as well. So we're working. There's a fall winter 24 FoxFibre edition denim, and then we're currently working on the development for the spring 25 one as well. So there's going to be more FoxFibre cotton going to be entering the Naked and Famous Denim world. As you guys know, Risa and I were big fans of the FoxFibre. We've got the double heavyweight FoxFibre 825 GSM. Look at this, guys.
A little off topic.
But
still on the topic of FoxFibre.
Yeah. Catherine Pena, welcome to the chat. But yeah, this bad boy right here, 825 GSMs of FoxFibre goodness.
Full FoxFibre.
Yeah.
It is a very, very like luxurious use of FoxFibre. The fabric mill is like, are you sure you want to use like all FoxFibre? Like, do you not want to use regular organic cotton for inside? It's like, no.
We're going all the way.
All the way.
So It's coming. And this is going to be part of the fall collection.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I also want to talk about a book that we recently.
Oh yeah, this is going to be hitting Tate and Yoko in New York soon.
Yeah.
And we're going to be shipping some out there.
Or
yeah.
are we bringing it?
One or the other.
Okay, so this is our friend at, actually the guys at the Big John in Japan, our friends, have started a podcast called IndigoZine, and they decided to do like a free,
like a zine.
free zine,
Yeah.
for that's kind of on the topic, and
They do raw denim. Well, they do denim street style here in Japan.
yeah, and they're not only just talking about denim. They're kind of, talks to like everybody that they're like in the same kind of world, and
Hold on a second. I'm just gonna bring up their Instagram so you can everybody go and follow them. IndigoZine Japan. They don't have that many followers yet, but you guys go and follow them if you want kind of pretty much daily inspiration of denim outfits. So they'll just street snap people in Japan. This guy looks cool.
that mustache.
Yeah, he's got a handsome mustache. And so, they're appreciating denim in all its forms. It's not just worn in raw denim, but just cool denim outfits in general.
Yeah.
Like, look at this guy. Those are some funky jeans. Those are crazy. Wow, look at that. So they've started their full-on
they
zine.
do a good job. They also have street snaps in the zine as well. And look at this page.
Wow.
I still haven't shown this to the guys yet, actually. I
Yeah.
never sent it.
So we've got the New York team up top. We've got Tate and Yoko down here looking.
Familiar faces. Yeah.
So we're gonna have these available. There won't be too many, but we'll have some available in store.
It's fully in Japanese, but I mean, you can still enjoy the pictures. This is about Sally Fox and us interviewing her over the internet. It's an article. And then we also got, where's that page? Here.
Oh yeah.
Bahzad representing Naked and Famous, about how we've developed about 150 original denim fabrics in the history of Naked and Famous. So
so a lot of fun stuff, and we can we'll have these available in the store. There won't be that many. We got like a case of them, but it's not not too many. So maybe once they're there, drop by the shop. You can pick one up. But follow them on Instagram, and they've got a lot of the information there as well. So that's IndigoZine. But we love FoxFibre, and the more that we can promote these original cottons, these very, very special American-grown cottons, we'll do that. Whether it's through Wonder Looper or through Naked and Famous Denim, the more, we've been in this industry for a long time, but I feel like we're getting pretty deep here. Knowing the people that grow your stuff, that's not everybody. There's a lot of, most of the world, whatever denim you get is just whatever denim they find at a trade show, right? Or the fabrics, they'll call their fabric supplier, we're looking for some denim.
Yeah.
Here you go. How much do you want it to be priced at?
Yeah. And the thing is, it's fine for most brands because, they're just million running fabrics, not million, but there's a lot of running fabrics that probably fit your needs, but not us.
Right.
Not us. So, it's very exciting for us to be as close to the raw material as possible. Just, looking at each step of, turning that cotton plant into a wearable thing.
Right.
It's very exciting. So we're gonna stick around to see where this goes.
That's it. Jacob Harvey, the singer, writes, "My ex threw out my Elephant 12 flasher. I could see why they are your ex now. Anyway, I could get another girlfriend. Yes, you definitely can. Don't worry, plenty of fish out there in the sea." And being an owner of the Elephant 12, something tells me that there's going to be a lot of fish coming and nibbling, if you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Vinny. That said, if you are looking for a pocket flasher, next time you place an order at Tate Yoko, just in the comments ask if we got it. We'll send it. If we don't, we won't. But
we'll look.
Yeah, we'll definitely check. Okay. He-Man Shoe writes, thanks for answering. New to Selvedge denim, hence the question. Weird guy fit is tight in the waist till the crotch, and the fit is perfect there till inseam. That's the issue. So it sounds like you're having a rise issue. It could be that it's too tight in the waist, so that everything's just being a little bit too compressed in that land. So perhaps getting a little bit more room in the waist. If you're having a tough time doing the top button up, that is definitely a sign that that's not the right size. The top waist button should go on with ease, not with a struggle. If it's with a struggle, it's too tight. Some people like wearing it too tight. That's on them. I don't recommend that. I would say it must go on easy, and more so, you should wear the jeans so that you can at least get a couple of fingers in the waistband. It should be comfortable enough that, if you pull them really hard, they could just come off your waist, but they should just kind of hang on your waist nicely. A little bit of room in the waist is preferred because you're going to have the comfort as you sit down, as you move around, they're going to feel fine.
Yeah. But just to address the issue, you have two options. You can go up in size in weird guy, but proportionally the jean would be bigger. Mm-hmm. If you want the leg opening to be not too big, then Easy Guy might be a good option because Easy Guy gives you a longer rise, a higher rise, and also more room in the seat. So if you really want to keep the legs as slim, but also have more room in the top block, up till the crotch, then Easy Guy might actually work for you in the same size. But
check the measurement chart.
Yeah, check the measurement guide, and also just because Easy Guy is more tapered leg, so it just depends on if you like that or if you prefer the slight taper or weird guy.
But that being said, it is a very aggressive taper, so if you have to take up a couple of inches off of that to make it your right inseam, it will widen the leg opening a little bit, so that might balance that out for you as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Cathedral Ring Chief doing the Al Bundy Fit Check. That is a very, very good point. The Al Bundy Fit Check is taking a seat on the couch and sliding your hand right into the waist. That is the Al Bundy move. And if you can't do the Al Bundy, I think your jeans might be too tight. Mm-hmm. That is a very good point. I'm going to start using that. The Al Bundy Fit Check. Shout outs to No Ma'am. No Ma'am. For all you Al Bundy Married with Children fans out there.
Yeah. And from my experience, having extra room in the waist does not hurt at all. You might worry that, it's going to come off the butt. No, it doesn't. It takes a lot for your jeans to fall off from your butt. Mm-hmm. Not just slightly bigger than your waist. And if that becomes an issue, say you're just really, really, no butt, no hip, nothing at all, there's still a belt. So I think, I think everybody should have a lot of more extra room in the waist than they do usually.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
That's a better way to live.
I agree. So Al Bundy Fit Check, I'm going to start implementing that in full force. Again, shout outs to the No Ma'am Army out here in the chat. I can see some people recognize that. I had a friend with a No Ma'am t-shirt way back in the day. I thought it was so funny. Only old people will get that reference. That's for sure.
Young people watching Married with Children.
I don't think young people... Is it? I don't even know if it's on TV anymore.
Friends or
it's not like Friends.
Office,
yeah. DC, and this is some professional advice as well. Daniel has literally grown up from the size of a pea to his human adult version size that he is currently today. He has been around denim. His family has been running the longest running denim shop in Canada. And I think they're celebrating, what year are we celebrating, Daniel? 45 years? Is it 45 years? And Daniel says, I size up almost every jean I own. Extra room is never a bad thing. Never a bad thing. 49 years of Over the Rainbow in Toronto. 49 years. Can you believe? That's amazing. Remember, Canada is only like 130 years old.
That's also amazing,
right?
By the way.
Canada's a very young country.
It's very young.
Right? So a business to be operating for 49 years, that is remarkable. Remarkable. And serving the same community for the entire time, the Toronto community. Mm-hmm. Incredible. Unbelievable. When are we delivering? There's got to be some kind of medal, Canadian medal. You know, there's Canadian heritage moments when we were kids. We, as in me and Daniel, not you, because you didn't grow up in Canada. And I think Over the Rainbow should have its own heritage moment. So heritage moments were these little public service announcements on television that would teach us about Canadian history. Mm-hmm. So we learned that Laura Secord wasn't just the lady at the candy store. So there's a candy store, like a chocolate store in Canada chain called Laura Secord. And if you didn't know, you would have just assumed that she invented these delicious chocolates. But no, she warned the English troops that the Americans were coming to invade. And so we were ready for them when they tried to take over our proud northern lands.
How did she get that information?
I think she overheard them. So there's like this PSA. She like overhears them. Then she has to like, trudge through the wilderness to make it up to Canada to be like, the Americans are coming.
That story doesn't add up.
I don't think it really adds up, to be fair. And then we also learned about burnt toast on
right. I learned about
on that one.
Toast.
So apparently a Canadian was a pioneer in like brain surgery. And
a lot of people smelled.
Well, this particular lady, before she would have like a seizure or something, she would smell burnt toast. And then so there's a commercial of him like working on her brain while she's conscious. And he's like triggering parts in her brain. Really?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I don't want to do that.
You gotta make sure it works.
Yeah.
That's how I learned. That's what I learned from Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyhow, that was another Canadian heritage moment. So if you go on Google, if you go on YouTube, which is owned by Google, which is also what hosts the Naked Famous Denim live stream right here, the greatest live stream in the history of the internet, you can look up Canadian heritage moments and learn all kinds of facts about Canada.
What is the house hippo?
The house hippo was a faux commercial about hippos that lived in people's homes in Canada, but it was supposed to teach you about how to basically be critical when analyzing news.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't teach you about that anymore. They feed you the propaganda directly into your bloodstream, and they want you to question nothing. So we need more house hippos, I think, in this world.
That's interesting. I gotta watch that one.
But yeah, DC writes, Canadian heritage fabric for the 50th anniversary in 2025 run that Bahzad. You got it. We're going to do it. We're going to do the Canadian heritage moment.
We got to start working on it because next year is 50, right?
Daniel, we're starting on it. We're going to work on that right now. So see, this is why we have these things, because we're doing Canadian heritage, so Japan heritage, Canadian heritage. Canadian heritage denim Over the Rainbow 50th anniversary. I gotta see if I can find some dead stock rolls of Canadian Selvedge denim. Mm-hmm. That's very difficult to do.
Yeah.
The last factory that made denim in Canada, like they stopped in the, I'm gonna say mid 80s, and BD actually I was teaching him. I was talking to him about it, and so it's a mill called Wabasso, and the mill that made the denim actually wasn't too far from where he lives. And he went out there, and I don't know, the building is there, but it's a different industry now. But yeah, I would have to. I don't know how I could find that. So I can only imagine. There's always dead stock something somewhere, but how much could we find? Anyhow, we'll see. We'll see. Another idea. I'm rolling with the ideas right now. Is that we have a very old Beaumarchais, so Brandon's grandfather's company. We have this denim chore coat a selvage denim chore coat made with Canadian-made selvage denim. We could look into reproing that fabric and then using that for this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That could be something. That could be something.
Yellow selvage ID.
Yeah, yellow selvage ID.
That's great.
Okay. We're going to figure it out, Daniel, together. We will figure it out. BD in the house. Intermission for me. I guess he's out and he's checking in on the live stream.
Nice.
Appreciate it. The producer's here. Perfect time for a like, subscribe is always a good call. Like and subscribe, everybody, because we're getting into snack time. And boy, do we have a fun snack time for you today. Risa, if you would please. We found this. I found it. We found it at the Lawson's convenience store the other day. We were just walking through, and I saw this carton of juice, and it looked a little bit different. I thought to myself, that is some really neat packaging. I like this packaging. What is this? And for the untrained eye, and that's not me, my eyes are trained, it might look like just a carton of orange juice. But then you notice this can. So it's not just a carton of orange juice. This is the juice that you would get from like a canned orange. You know, like the canned fruit that you would get and that juice that's in there that's like mega sweet? Well, this is just the juice from that. And I thought, that is a great idea.
Yeah, because they have this specific taste. You know, it's syrupy, orange, mikan flavors.
Nectar.
Oh, you know what? I should have
shake it up a little bit. Right. And it's made by the good people at Nissin. So they make all your ramen noodles. So you know they're good people and that they're going to make a great quality product.
No, I never noticed that it's called Nissin. In Japanese, it's Nissin.
Nissin.
They should have put the H in there.
Maybe. And so, CEO of Nissin, if you're watching right now, we do take sponsorships. So hit us up. We'll review all your products here.
All right, I'm gonna try with not too much.
So there it is.
Yeah.
So canned orange nectar syrup juice.
Okay, let's drink it, and then I'm gonna talk about interesting thing. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what I thought it would taste
Nicholas
like.
Vilpy sounds like diabetes in a carton.
So, okay.
This is what it tastes like.
That's what you think, and it does taste very sweet, but calories per 100 milliliter is only 31, and 31 is not low by any means, but like regular soda like Coca-Cola or like even like, you know, things that are like a lemon drink, like a hot lemon drink or whatever, like those things, and even like a sweetened tea and coffee sometimes go up to like 40 per 100 milliliter.
I see.
So considering that this is lower than, but like by a quarter from Coca-Cola, so it's not the worst thing you can drink.
It's not the worst thing you can drink, I guess. It is very sweet. This is sugar water.
Very sweet.
But
it's.
I like it.
I do like it.
I don't think I could down a carton of this in one shot, though.
But also, this is like, to me, it's like orange juice is very sweet. Orange juice is probably higher in calories.
Yeah, but that's more acidic. This has gotten like no acidity to it.
And there's probably no vitamin C in it.
There's no vitamins here.
There's no. But it's just it's I don't know. It's kind of like if we freeze this, it will make a nice popsicle.
Right.
Popsicle.
Icicle. Yeah, this is orange juice without the acidity. There's no. It's kind of
Orange
neat to think.
juice without the
Yeah.
actual orange.
There's an orange essence in there.
Probably. Orange flavoring.
Orange
juice.
All right.
Or mikan juice.
Mikan juice. All right. So there you have it, everybody. This great product. It was the first time I saw it. It was at Lawson's convenience store, a very giant, popular chain here in Japan. And if you are coming to Japan, find this at the Lawson's and give it a try. It's where, it's in the drinks department, which is usually half the store. But look for where the carton stuff is, the milk. And they also have like coffee milk in these sized cartons as well. So,
like in convenience store, if you buy a carton drink, because a lot of convenience stores, like in supermarkets, you don't see them, but like a lot of convenience stores still has like this sized carton, like tea and, a lot of drinks. And they always ask you if you want a straw if you buy something, a drink in this.
I don't.
Huh?
I don't want a straw. You drink it like that.
Yeah, but they do ask you because they realize that you could be just drinking this on the way home. To me, it's kind of funny.
Right. When I was a kid, all my milk came like this at school. Mm-hmm. It was a shorter carton, but, I drank a lot of milk.
And didn't it have like a straw
No.
thing? No?
No.
You would just drink it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we'd have contests of who could drink their milk the fastest.
I think kids here had like a carton with a thing that you have to.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everybody, it's been fun. I'm going to rate this 7.8 out of 10.
That's pretty high.
That's high. It's a great drink.
And it's exactly what they promised.
There's
no tricking.
None, and the packaging is great. I really love this graphic. It's colorful, it's bright, it's old school.
And also just the product. As a product, it's a great product. Because everybody eat that, the canned mikan.
Yeah, and then you have a little sip of the juice. Now you can have a big sip of the juice. A big gulp of the juice, so to speak. All right, everybody. It's been a blast. We're going to be back again here. Same bat time, same bat channel, 7 p.m. Eastern. Every Friday right here on YouTube for the Naked Famous Denim Raw Denim live stream, the greatest live stream in the history of all of the internet. My name is Bahzad.
I'm Risa.
And we'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend. Do something nice for yourselves and do something nice for somebody else too. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Weekend.
Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.